What is up, Shib fam? What's up, YouTube? We got a truck build today, but this isn't just going to be a truck build video. This is going to be kind of an opinion video. Um, yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about it. I got a lot to uncover. I got a lot to unbox here. Hopefully, you guys will go along for the ride with me. Hey, all right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this world, whenever you're watching this. I hope you're good. This is kind of a double video, if you will. Kind of an opinion piece on my part, but also we're gonna check out this Kenworth K100 um, by Overfloater. I know that a lot of you guys know this, and a lot of you guys, guys and girls, have used Overfloater mods. This is one of my favorite um, cabovers in the game. And one of the things I wanted to talk about as we build this truck was why why did SCS miss the boat on cabovers in the game on American Truck Simulator? We know we know they have the ability to because everything in ETS2 is cabover. So in my opinion, this again, American Truck Simulator has been out for since 2016. Um, I just feel like they're missing um a part. A big part was some fan base out there that prefer cabovers. But luckily we have modders like Overfloater, with the Kenworth K100, Shadow Walker, with the Peterbilt 352, Jon Ruda with the 362, Station 95 with the Marmon 110P. So there are a lot of cabovers out there, and thank goodness we have them because, as I mentioned, I think SCS Software missed the boat. I think cabovers should have been in the game, in my opinion, from the start. So Kenworth K100-E, you can have, there are, what is there? There's four uh, options to choose from. And basically, these are just the base. You could pick any one of these and end up with any one of these. And I'll show you guys why. I like the Aerodyne kit, so we're going to go ahead with that one right here. Actually, we're not going to purchase SR. We are going to customize it. And what I meant by that was there's four cab options. Those were the four options that you had in that first screen. So it doesn't matter what you choose out of those four, you can always get to any of them right from that screen. But I like the Aerodyne VIT kit. I really like the way this thing looks. And choosing your chassis, obviously that's going to change your cab as well. I do have, and if you get this from the Steam Workshop, which most of you do, if you subscribe to that, I would recommend subscribing to Johnny Cash Amateur Engine Pack as well. I like to use the N14, the Heavy Lope. I did a little bit of research on the Kenworth K100s. They did come with Cummins. So you're not far off if you're trying. Maybe you're a little far off if you use the 810 horsepower. But I like my trucks loud. I like some power, so that's what we're gonna go with. But it does have its own engine pack. But I recommend downloading Johnny Cash Engine Pack. It is really, really worth it. It'll fit in many, many trucks that are out there, whether they're in game, in Steam, or perhaps third party. Transmission, again, a lot of you guys that have watched these videos know that I like to run through all the gears. So on stream, I'm always going to go with the 18 speed unless it's just not an option. Interior, you have all the base colors, black interior, blue interior. You have your tan, your reds, and even right down to the pink. So Yeah. I just went with the black interior. I think that's really, really cool. Now, you can change some of these options inside. Maybe you want to go with that's the steering wheel I had, but maybe, just maybe, you want to use one of the classics. Maybe you want to use the classic white. Maybe you want to use one of your in-game steering wheels, and then of course, add some cabin accessories if you want and things like that. So, um, but yeah, that is very basic interior, but really, really detailed, really, really cool. So, um, paint jobs. This thing comes with a lot of them, a lot. I love it, and each one you can kind of make it however you want to make it. All these have the option up here to kind of change those around. So I really, and of course, you guys know that I like reds and blacks, so that's probably something I would change. But very, very cool. Um, Let's see here. Maybe you want a metallic color. And then you have your Sunburst, your Scottsdales, your Salems. Which one did I go with? Let me see if I can find it here. Where can I find it? I think this is the one I went with. I just went with all the reds. Everything was red, I believe, except for the white. Yeah, I went with that, and then this. No, that's not what I did. There we go. I put the black lines in between. That looks pretty cool. I've seen that on a 352. I've seen it on 362. That's a really cool paint job anyway you go. Lots of options on the exterior. I absolutely love it. You can go with the more aerodynamic markers. I like these. I like the what are those lumens, I think is the option for that. And then of course you do your double radiant. Maybe you want to add some shiny air packs. Maybe you want to go with the longer ones. And then, of course, you can mess around with your exhaust. I think mine's a double. Let me see. I think mine's a double. I can't remember. Anyway, we'll see it when I take a look. But you can change lots and lots of things. The bumper, maybe you want to go with it painted. Maybe you want to go with the black. That's the bumper I chose. I think that's super, super cool. All on its own. All your mirrors are not going to be painted. You're going to have your basic mirror, your small mirror, and then your mirror down below. So that's what you're going to get with that guy. I think you have a couple of sun visors options. The original, maybe you want to go a little lower, or maybe you want those in chrome. Um, that one's probably the lowest. So for those of you that like to put your seat way down and not see where you're going, that is that is an option there. You have your sides. Maybe you want to cover that stuff up. I think that looks pretty cool. That looks even cooler. I think there's a way. Is there a way to put the shield on or the kit? I thought there was more to it. I could be. Oh, there it is right here. There you go. You could extend that, get that arrow kit right there. And then you have your painted fenders. That's what I went with. I went with those for fenders. I didn't cover this up. For me, um I wanted to see the tanks. But the one thing about these tanks is you can actually you can double these guys up here. Maybe I didn't go with this. Maybe I went there another way. Oh, you can go longer. I think you'd have to. Yeah, there we go. So if you go now, we could double up on the tanks. That's what I went with. And then if you do it that way, that's what gave me the double exhaust. And there we go. And the side skirts, you just put on some steps. So that is how I built it. And of course, you guys know me. I always use Felipe Conbar's rim pack. For this one, I went with a classic DRW, and I went with the 32-inch. I went with the chrome. I went with that. I think that looks cool as all get. Well, that one's painted. I mean, I guess it would look cool painted, depending on the color, but I went with all chrome there. Really, really cool truck. I know a lot of you guys are probably like, we've already, been over Overfloater. I've used it lots of times. But was more of a I want to talk about SCS software and how I feel that now this has been out for a long time. ATS came out in 2006. ETS2 has been out even longer. But I honestly feel SCS missed the boat when it comes to cabovers. We were talking about that in the live stream today. Now, there's my build right there. This thing just looks cool, man. I even got the exhaust that sits a little higher. I really like it. So let's bring up our GPS because we're going to need it. I'd get lost without it. And then I'm going to show you guys the map real quick. We are leaving Great Falls, Montana, and we're taking a load of pipe all the way down to Butte, Montana. I am using Jon Ruda's flatbed trailer, which is part of his American Trailers pack. So let's say we fire up this N14. Oh, baby, baby, baby. I like it. All right, let's get this thing rolling, man. We're going to undo the parking brake and get this thing out. Now, right across I didn't realize this. This pickup area is right across from our garage. So that, shout out to Abrupt Gaming over on Facebook Gaming and Twitch. He made that. Everybody who is part of our trucking company, the Ship Fam Transportation Trucking Company, has access to that garage. So that's really, really cool. Oh, and I pulled right out in front of a Ford. A Ford! Anyway, we are headed down the road, guys. We're leaving Great Falls, and it'll take us about 195 miles. It doesn't sound any better than Johnny Cash N14 with the load. This engine is probably one of my favorites in the game, modded by anybody. I have Johnny Cash, C-Mod, you name it. I've got lots and lots of engines. This thing just sounds bad to the bone, including the Jake. The Jake is so delicious on this thing, I can eat it. Oh, baby. Sing to me. Sing to me. Anyway, we'll get going down the road here. Once we get on the highway, I will get out of this. I'll zip it. I'll let you guys see the sights and hear the sounds of this this truck build, this K100-E by Overfloater. We're gonna turn right here. We've got to wait for the train. Speaking of trains, like I mentioned, guys, this was kind of a double video, in my opinion. And again, this is just my opinion, and I know there's a lot of people that prefer the long-nose trucks, long-nose Peters. There's a lot of Peterbilt fans out there, a lot of Kenworth fans, a lot of old school, whether it's the needle-nose Kenworth, whether it's the Marmon. I know there are a lot of people that like the long-nose trucks, but with SCS and their ability to put these trucks in the game, a lot of cabovers, and we know this because ETS2 is all cabover vehicles. There's not a single cabover in the game, in American Truck Simulator, in-game. That was a close one. Not a single one in the game, and I feel like they missed the train on that. They missed the boat. I feel like there is a lot of us out there that prefer cabovers. I call it cabover fever. I love a decent looking cabover. My favorites include, yes, the Kenworth K100 by Overfloater, Jon Ruda's 362. My all-time favorite is going to be Kashada Walker's Peterbilt 352. For those of you that watch my live streams, you know that I'm a big fan of Farming Simulator 22. But if we just relied on the developer to keep the game interesting, we'd only have 4 maps. We'd have the 3 base ones and the Silver Run Forest that came out with the expansion pack. So thank God we have modders like Overfloater who add add the things to the game that we prefer. For example, this cabover. We are going to be getting on the highway here, so you guys check out the looks and the sounds of this amazing, amazing cab. There's just something so unique about driving first person in the cab, in a cabover. Now, don't get me wrong, one of my favorite sayings on stream is nothing sweeter than a long-nosed Peter. I like those American long-nosed trucks as much as the next ATS simulator driver. But I do love something about a cabover, whether it's the Marmon 110P by Station 95, whether it's Kashada Walker's 352 Peterbilt, whether it's Jon Ruda's Peterbilt 362, or Overfloater's K100. There's something unique, there's something really fun about it. If you look around the cab, or you look at the field of view in front of you, and you don't have that big nose to contend with, it looks like a big TV screen. It looks like you have the best view in the house. There's something truly unique about this. And even though this game has been out since 2016, and I've been playing it for the last 3 years, I was a late bloomer. I didn't really get into driving games and simulators until about 3 years ago. That's when I got back into video games. That's when I started creating content. I'm an older guy, and 3 years ago, I lost, my hand-eye coordination started to kind of go backwards. I lost a lot of reaction time, so shooter games weren't that appealing to me anymore, and there was something about simulator games, whether it's iRacing, farm sim, truck sim. I love all of it. But when I look at how long ATS has been out and SCS Software's ability to add cabovers into the game, again, if we take a look at Euro Truck Simulator 2, it's all cabovers. Now, perhaps it's a licensing agreement. Perhaps it's something, that I am not aware of, and I don't have that information. Perhaps it is a licensing agreement with all these manufacturers like Peterbilt and Kenworth, and maybe it is a licensing agreement, but I think there is a missing piece. I think there's a lot of individuals that really do like that feeling, that unique feeling of driving inside a cab over, whether that is a simulator or otherwise. And again, I know I sound like I'm repeating myself, but thank goodness we have people like Overfloater, modders that add things to the game to keep us coming back again and again and again. I'm not trying to take away anything away from what SCS Software has done. They have provided us with 2 really amazing simulators. And they provide DLCs constantly, adding states to American Truck Simulator. They've provided us a really, really cool product. But I think there is a chunk missing. A piece of trucking that is missing. And with that, I believe there's a piece of the fan base that's missing. And that would be those of us that prefer that unique feeling of driving in a cab. It would help if I put it in here. So we are 9 miles away from our delivery. And I've loved every second of it. I did a 3-hour stream with this truck earlier. Same pairing. I love everything Jon Ruda does, including his trailers. That's why I added his flatbed trailer. There's just something cool about a flatbed paired with a cabover. It's just really, really cool. I left enough room so you can park a semi in between us. We are just about here. We're gonna pull in here. We're gonna let dispatch know we have made it, and they're gonna tell us exactly where the receiver wants us to put it. So let's go ahead and let dispatch know. We're gonna play it safe here, so I have a decent place to end the video and take one last look at this Kenworth K100 by Overfloater. I know a lot of you guys know you can get it in the Steam Workshop. I will leave the link right in the description, along with the Johnny Cash Amateur Engine Pack, along with Conbar Rims link, and anything else I might have talked about, JBX Graphics and Weather, the sounds mods that I use, the Real Company mods as well. So let's go ahead and collect our cash. There we are. Another successful delivery. We were even on time. There we are. This is such a cool mod. It is free in the Steam Workshop. It is really well detailed, very good quality, and just overall fun to drive. Thank y'all for coming along with me on the trip from Great Falls, Montana to Butte. What an awesome trip. Thank you guys for letting me rant. I hope y'all agree with me. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Did SCS Software miss the boat? You agree? Is there a fan base out there that perhaps hasn't come over from ETS2, or perhaps doesn't, come back to the game because cabovers are not an in-game option? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you have any trucks that you'd like to see, or you have anything you'd like to see me do for ATS with a video, let me know. Whether it's a free mod or paid, I love this stuff. If it's not a mod that I have, I'll pick it up. I'll download it. I'll buy it, as long as you guys get the videos that you're looking for. If you like today's video, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up. If you're not part of the community, hit the subscribe button. Join us on our journey to our first 1,000 subs over here on YouTube. uploading videos is not something I do a ton of. I've been live streaming for the last 3 years, but uploading videos is super, super new to me. So if you like it and you want to see more of it, hit the sub button, join us on our journey, and I'll see y'all next time. Thank y'all for tuning in. Until next time, stay safe, look after one another, be kind to yourself.